reading this, do you think FSC owned that forest or not?
Own?
Yeah.
Judging from what I've read, to be honest, my head isn't really clicked yet.
Isn't?
But maybe no.
Yes. Why? Why not?
Because I don't know. Because like this.
According to
saying,
which principle that you?
Wait.
Your judgment is that they are not owning the forest.
Yeah, you don't own because like it's the people's right, not the.
Yeah.
The parliamentary.
Okay.
People's right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Because, well, this is what makes FSC very trustworthy. It's because when they come and they have to monitor, make sure that the forest is used sustainably. They actually, the customary ownership and use management of land and territory is still owned by the local people. FSC is just provide a method and SOP to help people to know how to use and management your land and forestry sustainably. Okay? So they are more like a helper and a monitor, an auditor to help you. Very good. Sifu, can you tell me what means negative environmental impacts? They shall avoid, repair, and mitigate. Can you give me one example of that?
Like we plant the tree after death, or like making the space for the.
Okay, so because they cut down the tree and then they have like soil degradation problem, so we have a negative impact. So they have to do what? How can you repair if you cut down a tree?
Would be plant a new tree.
Yes, plant a new tree or use the cover plants. We can have some cover plants first. If you still have, well, not enough time to plant a new tree there, you at least has a cover plants first. Very good. Also this, they have 3 levels. This one is the most difficult one, 100% from management forest. If you go to Costco and you buy Costco's in Taiwan, if you buy Costco's their own branded tissue paper, just look at the back. They use the mix from responsible, means that 50-50. And then recycled, they say made from recycled material. Well, most of the time when I buy the new furnitures, I will see if they have this or this. Okay? So they have different meanings of that. And this, they're actually closely watching their partner in supply chain. It's very transparent. For example, this example. FSC block unfound fund energy for making false claims on large volumes of wood pellet. And then you can actually go to their website, and then they are all there. They will say why they block them. They will take them down. It's because they found out. And they will have this code here. This code is the issue code that they get this from. They issued this code to this company. And then they found out this company, they forced their wood pellet, the source, okay? And then you can actually read the document to read that why they make anything wrong. And they even have different language. For example, they will have Spanish, French, and also English. Is why? It's because they will actually monitor which country they export their product. For example, they found out they export their product to Spanish-speaking countries, so they will make a report in Spanish. They found out they export their product in French-speaking country. They also will have French version of this report to tell their supply chain do not use their product anymore because this company are forcing a fake source. They are not from a responsible forest, but they use FSC's label and to say that this kind of this package is from responsible management forest. This is the global risk ranked by severity over the short and long term by World Economic Forum. World Economic Forum, every year or every 2 years, they will interview or they will have a study with at least 900 experts in the world and to predict the short-term and the long-term risk for us. And this is the result of 2023. The first one, this color has different meaning. The blue one is the economic risk. Green one is the environmental risk. This orange one is the geopolitical risk. For example, recently, you know that U.S. stock actually, we have to, the USA stock, because of geopolitical reasons, is actually, vanished about 900 points, right? Then it's a kind of risk belongs to geopolitical. Geopolitical risk will connect to economic risk. And then societal and technological. So if you look at green one, the top 10 risk has at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50% is about environmental risk. Only 1% is about technical risk, technological risk. And you can see that 30% is about societal risk. Only 1 is about geonomic confrontation. So only 1 is geopolitical risk in year 2023. I want you to guess, how about this year? This year's global risk is just launched. And while you are enjoying your autumn festival, somehow I have barbecue with my family and then I'm reading this. My name is Aunt Nina, what are you doing? Why are you reading at this? I think this is your future. Okay, so guess, what are the top 5 risks about this week? This is the result of 2023. Some of the risk is actually the new risk they identified. It's not here, but you can guess which one you think, as far as you're concerned, will be in the top 5. So we only have this, we only have gray list. However, some people say that in Taiwan, in the animal protection, we also should have blacklist. Blacklist is a total ban model. You can also compare with a country of origin. Do you have this kind of law? Because your answer will be the same. How many Indonesian students do you have? Please take some now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8. I think it's enough. So you're from South Korea. Do you want to work with Taiwan?
No, I just already got
Oh, please sit together, And then if you already found your partner, you can start to do that. You can find the resource first. Maybe you too? Yeah, okay. You two stand here and then say that you check South Korea and you check Taiwan. Okay, something like this. I'll give you some hints thinking about the first industrial revolution. Sing. So you use what? What can make the sing? You're very close. Sing. Sing is a form of what? 3 forms of what? Steam comes from the essential thing that you have to drink every day is what? Yes, steam comes from water. So basically, underneath there are a lot of heat you can use. And then you want to transfer those heat into the energy. So the safest way and cheapest way is using water. So don't forget the first industrial revolution teach us. Hey, which country are you from? Taiwan, right? Can you tell your classmates, does Taiwan use geothermal energy or not? Really? Really? Oh. Which island? Actually, we have a latest geothermal energy power plant very near Taipei. And it's a mountain that sometimes you will go. Yangmingshan, yes. We have one, and well, right now will be a second one in Yangmingshan because Yangmingshan is a volcanic mountain and it's still alive. So underneath there's a lava, and then we think that well maybe we can try. So actually we have two geothermal power plants in Mount Yangmingshan. You put the cold water into the crack, and then you suck the hot water out. However, it says it have to be continually monitored. And well, if the hot water pump up too fast, cold water inject too slow, it will destroy this crack. However, for no power energy, this company, their drilling is like this. It's horizontal. It's not vertical, it's horizontal. The cold water is here. It's using artificial crack. There's no tube. And then the hot water is there. So basically, it will keep the layer in a very stable status. Even in the dry rock, it can still use that heat and to generate. Now I want you to have 2 or 3 people a group. Please find your partner right now, 2 or 3 people a group. You will become an engineer who has to solve this crisis.
This video is by the economists discuss about how deep sea mining aims to extract minerals, like cobalt and nickel for green technologies. But however, it warns that this could disrupt fragile marine ecosystem, spread harmful sediment, and cause lasting environmental damage. Well, the ISA, or International Seabed Authority, is still debating rules for mining, while many experts call for a moratorium. Well, this video is question whether the benefit of clean energy are worth risking the deep ocean's health. Well, in my opinion, in my reflection, the clean energy is not always free for environmental impact. Deep sea mining can harm fragile ecosystem, reminding us to balancing technologies progress with the responsibility to protect our planet. Our planet is Earth. We have to protect, to balance technologies progress with our responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, there are some words that I can explain, and I can just translate them to you. So, we can concentrate and focus on the but on the year of 2024. And this blue one is this. I can't pronounce, so let me translate it to you. It's for the nuclear energy.
This
And
is
it's
nuclear.
about you can just guess. It's about 25, a quarter or even more bigger, 30% of the total energy resource. And And the upper one, the orange one, like I still can pronounce. It's about coal energy, like to burn the coal, and it's about 25%. And the still upper one is the green one. It's about the natural gas, like burning natural gas from the natural gas. And like you may feel like, oh, the purple one is very small portion, like it's renewable energy, but don't feel like, wow, it's a small portion and Korea is bad at environment protection. You can see from the 2015, the year of 2015 to the 2024, it has a much growth of the portion of the renewable energy. And the Korea is hoping that the renewable energy, the portion of the renewable energy can grow to 11% by the 2030.
Very good. Thank you.
Actually, I was an English major, but I hate English, so I transferred to other majors. Then I went to tourism industry and also the tech industry. Then I studied use again to teach. Hanalai is a platform that will help you to find the hidden gems. So Hanalai actually is a Taiwanese. If you know the Taiwanese, do you know what that mean? What's that mean? Hanalai. Hanalai. Once upon a time, there was a monster, a top monster, and killed all the villagers in this area. And they eat people, they eat kids, they eat a lot of plants in this village. Now there was a god come here to kill the tot. The tot was killed by the god. Now, do you see the tot? Do you see the tot? It's still there. Use your imagination. There's still a tot. Can anyone find the tots?
No, because I think they had to quickly build a lot of them, so we don't have time to make the fence.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
Temple there.
A temple?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any else? Anything else?
Good evening, this is Global Energy News. Tonight's top story raises serious concern about the future of renewable energy and its impact on our environment. Where renewable energy has long promoted as clean and sustainable energy and solution, new claims suggest it may be doing more harm than good. The board says sustainable energy is the answer to climate change, but critics argue that these so-called green solutions could be destroying ecosystem and threatening economic stability. Here is our exclusive report. Many people believe that renewable energy is the future, but the truth is very different. Renewable energy sources such as wind and solar panels are actually harming the environment more than fossil fuels. First of all, if we continue to develop renewable energy, it will eventually destroy natural ecosystems. Wind turbines kill large numbers of birds, and solar panels require massive land areas. If this continues, forests will disappear and wildlife will become extinct. So for my personal reflection, I think creating this fake news made me realize how easily people can be misled by well-written but misleading information. Even without scientific data, emotional language and authority figures can strongly influence readers' opinions.
A shocking new claim reveals that renewable energy is actually the biggest threat to the environment. According to unnamed experts, either we stop using renewable energy immediately, or the Earth will become uninhabitable within 10 years. According to UN programming, globally, wind turbines are killing millions of birds and bats every year, and solar farms are also taking over farmland. making people feel that food shortages are just around the corner. All this provides that all renewable energy harms wildlife more than coal and oil ever did. Heartbreaking images of dead birds and bats near the wind farms have flooded on the social media. And angry residents say that they are just watching the nature die in front of their eyes. How can anyone still support green energy when animals and people are clearly suffering? Meanwhile, activities keep talking about climate change instead of addressing the real issue. Renewable energy companies are making huge profit, and this shows the debate was never about the environment at all. Worst of all, no one has proven that renewable energy is actually safer in the long run. So until we know everything for sure, switching away from fossil fuels is an irresponsible gamble. So there are 5 main disinformation elements that I use in the fake news. First one is false dichotomy, because I say either we stop using the renewable energy or the earth will become a place where it's inhabited. And second, I use hasty generalization, because I only mentioned about the wind turbines and the solar power. However, I say all renewable energy are harming wildlife more than fossil fuel. And the third one is appeal to emotion, because I use some emotional language like fear and people's climbing, and also the image of dead birds to trigger people's emotion. And the fourth one is red herring, because I'm shifting the focus to company profit instead of the environmental impact itself. And the last one is argument from ignorance, because I say no one has proved it is safer, so it must be dangerous, and that is obviously ridiculous. So after I create this fake news, it made me realize that how easy can influencer or maybe news, they can manipulate readers' mind. Maybe they just need to create some emotional languages or selective fact that they can misleading our logic. So even without completely false data, distortion and framing could still make a fake video like really real. So people's mind and opinion might be changed. So in this case, I think it shows that how important it is to learn critical thinking and media literacy. It's just as important as the scientific knowledge in this kind of issue.
Okay, finally, my perspective, when I first started working on this fake news story, I felt completely lost, unsure how to present accurate information in a way to make it appear false. But later, I put myself in a role as a merchant selling artificial Christmas trees, and it began to realize my position and becoming more and more proficient at it. This terrified me, because when one's own interests are prioritized, it's actually very easy to turn black into white. And however, this also made me realize that when we reading any information, I should first understand the other party's position and judge the authenticity of the information I received from multiple perspectives. So I gained a lot. Let's conclude this report. Merry Christmas.
My reflection. Through this assignment, I find that creating fake information is much easier than I expected. It does not require complex skills or fabricate a whole story. Instead, fake news can be produced simply by exaggerating risks, selectively presenting information, using emotional language, and citing vague or unknown authorities. While writing the fake news, I found that emotional words can quickly influence readers' mood, relate other people's situation, and be less question about the logic behind the words. By adding some wrongs and real situations, misleading can be convincing and even reasonable. This process showed me how easily uncertainty can be presented as truth. So, how to identify the false information? My suggestion is to be skeptical. When you are watching the news, asking yourself, is the source reliable? Are there any authorities can back up? Is the article objective and rational? By asking questions and seeking evidence from the news, you can be less affected by misleading or false information. Additionally, AI is a major trend nowadays. There are articles written by AI, images and videos generated by AI. Much of what we see on the internet is becoming less reliable. So be skeptical about the things you see is very important. Being skeptical is not about doubting everything, but about protecting ourselves from being misled. Thank you.